Well, these storms bring back memories for Grand Island residents. 34 years ago today, 7 tornadoes touched down in the city,
killing 5 people. The night of the Twisters, one many will never forget. News 5's Kelly Baumgarten spoke with 3 survivors from that frightful night. Has their story.
Years may have passed, but the memories from the 1980 tornadoes are still fresh in the minds of Grand Island residents.
You could just hear things flying and glass shattering.
Tuesday marks the 34-year anniversary of the night of the Twisters. Marilyn Schreiner was 16 years old at the time.
And all of a sudden, it was quiet. And it was just quiet. Power went out. And we got really scared.
Her family had moved from El Salvador 3 months earlier. They spoke very little English and had never seen a tornado before. On the night of the Twisters, Marilyn's neighbor brought her and her family into her basement.
This lady said, you know, come with me, and thank God they were home. I don't know what would have happened to us.
Robert Olson.
Let me tell you about an exciting opportunity
In the 1980s.
Several poles came down, so it actually isolated all of our substations, and we had practically no power anywhere.
Olson went to the mayor and told him he needed to see the entire system to figure out how to restore the power. The next morning, he went up in a helicopter and flew over the whole city to find the source of the outage.
Those parts that were damaged, it looked like it was a miniature town. Like somebody just put a big hand down and squashed it. It just flat.
Today, kids think of it as a place to go sledding in the winter. But for those who lived through it 34 years ago, Tornado Hill serves as a constant reminder of what they have lost. Joanne Watson lost her entire home. She lived on Custer Avenue, and her family retreated to the basement before the tornadoes hit.
The door came down the steps, and then a chair came down the steps, and then my sister moved over and a window broke.
The tornado ripped apart her home, only leaving behind part of her bathroom and a piano.
It was a roar, kind of like they described as a train.
In Grand Island, Kelly Baumgarten, News 5.
Now this is the newspaper from the Grand Island Independent 34 years ago of 1980. You just heard from Joanne Watson. She was on the front cover of this. As you can see on, probably can't see, not close enough, but in the background, that is her home 34 years ago.
Completely destroyed. Their awful story, but
Meeting with an insurance adjuster, obviously lost everything, as you learned in that story. And it's a